Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing something exciting. Well, it's exciting for me. I picked up a bunch of these palettes from Unearthly Cosmetics, and today we're actually going to be playing with the Dead Cute collection. So for those of you who haven't heard of the Dead Cute collection, or maybe you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to show it to you really quick just as a reminder for how beautiful these are. We have the Blush Quad. Very cute. I love the heart-shaped pans. Adorable. It's almost my dream palette. I'm going to be honest with you. It's almost my dream palette. Look at this. Look at these pans. Look at these colors. So incredibly gorgeous. It's like hard to get a good... Here we go. Much better. I'm trying to make sure you can see the colors in all their glory and the shimmers with all their shimmering beautifulness. I decided that I want to use my brand new Rephr brushes. I haven't even opened them yet. I already know how these eyeshadows play. They play well with anything you put, like any brushes you use, they play really well. I was like, what am I trying to say? They are handmade in Japan. Like, look at that. Made in Japan. Beautiful, very classic, simple, but beautiful detailing. I purchased the 10 out of 10 brush kit. So you get a very small, detailed kind of flathead brush. Then we get kind of two different sizes of pencil brushes, a large and I want to say a medium and a small. That's how I would describe them, as a medium and a small. Then we got some packing brushes. These are the packing brushes, and as you can see, you get a very large one, like a full sweep. Kind of reminds me of the Bobbi Brown full sweep brush. I don't even think she makes it anymore. A medium packer, and then a more of like a rounded head, almost a concealer style brush, but it's more fluffy than a concealer brush. And then they put in here 4 different crease brushes. So, I'm trying to like figure out how to, okay. So we have a large crease brush over here, 2 medium, and then a smaller, more domed style. This one's more rounded, like the barrel is more of like a round, while this one here is more of like a flat. Like it's a crease brush, but it is a flat brush. So this kind of reminds me of like a Sigma crease brush. Very cool. I'm excited to use these. These are really soft. Oh, this is like different than what I was thinking. This is not like a sweep brush. This is that really big brush. When you turn it to the side, it looks almost like a fingerprint, like a finger, like when you're going to do something like this, that's what it looks like. That's very cool. That's going to be more like, it is like a sweep brush. It's going to be like if you're taking your finger and brushing it along, that's the same sensation I'm feeling on my lid. That's cool. So without further ado, we're just going to jump into the tutorial. If I can find my primer. I need my primer. Where's my primer? WTF. Here is the primer. Found the primer. That was a disaster. That was a mess. So, I don't even know where I want to start. I love these colors. I love this color story. And I just did a green makeup look, and it's like, should I do another green one? Why should I do another green one? That's crazy. So then I'm like, pink. Because I love pink a lot. And blue. Oh my god, I love blue. Teal? Should I do another teal one? Let's see what the blushes look like again. Because I'm not really feeling like I want to wear like a hot pink blush today. You know what? We're just going to do a green and blue makeup look. That's it. It's been decided by the gods. I'm going to start with the shade Toxic Doll. And I'm actually going to take it on the large Rephr brush. And I'm just going to apply on the inner corner all the way into the brow. And this palette so far, so nice. No fallout like in the pan. Yeah, this is the vibe I want. I want like, that's where I want to go with this. It actually really nicely builds up the color. I'm kind of shocked, but like, am I shocked? I feel like those people who love just like a one color and done with a little, well, maybe not like one and done color, but those people that enjoy natural eyeshadows, I think this would be your favorite brush just because it picks up a beautiful amount of pigment, not a lot, like not too much and not too little, and it actually packs it on really nicely. What I'm thinking is I'm going to pick up the shade Ghoul Scout. I'm going to pick up the shade Ghoul Scout on the Refer 23. That is just a really beautiful color. I'm going to wing that out. And I love that there's not a huge amount of pigment kickback. Okay. Alright. So what I'm doing is I'm going to follow the natural line of my crease here. Like so. So the blue kind of just goes with it. And then once I kind of figure out where that works, then I just kind of work that in. Kind of blend that in so I have like that look of my crease, like matching up with that line. That's what I want. So I'm just going to keep going along the lash line all the way. Ooh, I just stabbed myself in the eye. All the way to the inner corner, like the water duct or whatever you call it. I don't know what it's called. I think it's the tear duct. I'm gonna take the Refer 29 and I'm gonna pick up Cryptic Cutie. Something tells me she's a little bit darker than that blue. She's a little bit darker, but not quite dark enough. So I might take another color. No, maybe I'm gonna leave it like that. Wow, that's crazy. I always want to go darker. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to make that match by dragging that color onto my waterline with the same Refer 62 brush. Like so. I'm just stamping the pigment into my lash line, my lower lash line. And I'm just gonna keep applying color, applying pigment until it's totally opaque, which I'm basically there. I just want to make sure I don't have any like bald spots. Then I'm gonna take my Refer 3 brush and pick up the color Slime Time. And I'm just going to kind of blend on that upper crease part into the blue, just to kind of make it a little bit more of a seamless blend into that green. Honestly, these brushes blend this like a dream. I feel like I'm hardly working, which is good. I love that. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with green and blue and purple and pink makeup looks, but especially blue and green or blue and pink. Oh, so much fun. I'm gonna go back in with the blue just to kind of re-add back in some of that color that disappeared as I was layering product. Yeah, like so. So that's kind of the shape I'm going for. I always love this pulled back situation with the liner. I'm gonna take the shade Boo Berry, which is like a brighter teal color, and I'm going to blend that bottom part. So it's a rounded crease brush, and it's actually much denser than I was expecting it to be, just based on what I saw in the packaging. It's much denser. I was expecting it to be a little bit fluffier, but I'm not mad at it. I like it. It's actually good for laying down quite a bit of product. I think that's giving me more of the lift that I was looking for. I just wanted to change that shape a little bit. I wasn't like totally in love. I do want to take the more fluffy, smaller crease brush, which was the 14 brush, and I want to pick that up with Slime Time. And I'm just going to use that to kind of blend it all together. Right now, the key is blending and getting a seamless blend. That's the goal. I feel like I look like a macaw. Yeah, that's kind of where I feel like this has gone, is I look like a macaw from South America with these colors. And I'm kind of going from the top and blending downwards like that, so that way I'm keeping a tighter blend on the product without going this way with too much color. When I go down from this direction, I lay the brush kind of flat and I blend downwards into the product, so I keep the blend a little bit closer and tighter. And I'm going back in with the shade Ghoul Scout. It's just going to be the same kind of rinse and repeat motions here. Go in, apply, blend, layer, make sure that it all blends together really nicely. So take this time, or I'm going to take this time, and if you're recreating this look, I would just take this time to make sure to go over each color and make sure that they're blended into each other really well, and kind of fill in any spots that look kind of vacant of color, and then resaturate any spots that kind of lost its intensity, or if anything got lifted a little bit. My experience with this eyeshadow in general is that it really doesn't lift, it just blends. And I have a pretty decent blend happening. And I think I'm gonna take Boo Berry just to kind of help blend the blue and the green together a little bit. That's all it needed. It just needed a little help blending into itself. There was too much of a shade jump and depth jump that it wasn't blending as seamlessly as I wanted it to. So I want to do a shimmer or a sparkle or something on the lid, and there's quite a few colors to pick from here, and I kind of think I'm gonna do this guy, which is Spoiled Sparkle, on the inner corner here, and then maybe no. Okay, I'm just gonna show you. So we have Spoiled Sparkle, which I'm kind of thinking I could use on the inner corner, but then I'm also looking at this shade called Glitter Gloom, and it's more of like a white, silvery. Maybe I should stick with that one. But then there's also this one called Skeletal Sparkle, which has like a blue-green shift, which also would go with this look. Ooh, I almost want that on the lid. Then there's Ghosty Glow. That's pretty, like a slime green. And then there's one more that it's also very pretty. This one is called Psycho Sweetie. No, this is probably gonna be my favorite shimmer, but I really like this one for the eyelid. What if I did, you know what? We're gonna play on the wild side. I'm gonna pick up the shade Psycho Sweetie with my Refer 2 brush, and I'm going to lay that more out here. I'm gonna do like layers of shimmer. That's what I'm gonna do. I've decided. Psycho Sweetie. Like so. Actually, I'm glad I did that. It goes with the look actually really, really well. That's gorgeous. Yeah. And then the next color I'm going to pick up on my 28 brush, my Refer 28 brush, and it's going to be Skeletal Sparkle. Yeah. And I'm just going to kind of, oh my god. That is literally so gorgeous. That is very pretty. Yeah. And I'm just going to like drag this in and down. Beautiful. Oh my goodness. And I almost want to put a little bit more of this. Like it's almost just like not enough. Very pretty. And just as like the overall glow, I am gonna put that sparkle color, the Spoiled Sparkle, right here. Just like layering that over the top. Yeah, like so. That's stunning. I'm in love. I love this palette. It's so much fun. So I'm going to do the other eye off camera, and then we will come back with more or less the nearly finished look. Alright guys, this is going to be the finished makeup look. So the only thing I did off camera was obviously I added highlight, which I used colors from the eyeshadow palette, which I wanted like a multi-dimension sparkle. Oh, and then I also did the color Psycho Sweetie as like a nose bridge highlight, and you know, everything else like the all over highlight. And then from the Deadly Cute palette, or the Deadly Cute collection, I did use the blushes. So I actually went in with this kind of lilac-y shade in Lollipopette and Toffee Tart. So Lollipopette is going to be this kind of purpley pinky tone on my cheek, and then right underneath as like a pretty gradient to create kind of like a contour, I did the Toffee Tart. And then lastly, because I didn't want my lip to overtake this look, I wanted my lip to be kind of neutral. I applied a little foundation on my lip, and then I put on Potion Pop from this collection as well. It is a lip oil, and then it just kind of I feel like it tied the cheek and the eye and everything together. It's a purple that shifts blue and kind of like a pinky color and a little bit of like a gold. So I just thought it went with the look and the vibe. What are your thoughts? What do you think about this makeup look? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and smash the notification bell so you don't miss an upload from me. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.